look at Floyd. Like, Floyd spends money like it's a tap. Like, he's got a tap, just like unlimited amount of money.
The vultures are circling again, and honestly, it's pathetic. Every few months, the same tired headlines crawl out of the gutter. Mayweather is broke. The money is dry. The lifestyle finally caught up. They point at his lawsuit against Showtime for millions as if it's a smoking gunner. Desperate grasp for air from a drowning man. They talk about his bank account like they've seen the statements, whispering about how the private jets and the mountains of jewelry were just a house of cards. Maybe the money is gone. Maybe it's sitting in a vault they'll never see. But here is the part that makes my blood boil. Why do you care? People sit in their safe, climate-controlled lives and judge how a man spends his wealth. They forget that every dollar Floyd Mayweather ever touched was earned in a square circle where the price of admission was his life. In boxing, you don't play. You don't play boxing like you play basketball or tennis. You enter a ring where the goal is to inflict enough trauma to the head that the body shuts down. Every time Floyd walked through those ropes, he signed a contract with the possibility of never walking back out. He risked neurological decay, blindness, and sudden death to maintain that zero on his record. If a man risks his very existence to entertain the world, he has earned the absolute right to set every single cent of that money on fire. If he wants to spend it on a fleet of Bugattis just to watch the paint dry, that is his business. He paid for that luxury in blood, sweat, and the kind of pressure that would snap the average person in half. Now, the critics are salivating because Floyd is taking Showtime to court. They see a lawsuit and immediately assume it's a sign of a collapsed empire. They say if he still had the bag, he wouldn't be fighting for millions in a courtroom. That is the logic of someone who has never built a legacy. Whether Floyd has $10 billion or $10 in his pocket. If someone owes you money based on a contract, you go get it. It's about the principle of the hustle. You don't become the highest paid athlete in history by letting networks slide on what's owed. To suggest he should let it go just because he's already wealthy is insulting to the business of the sport. It's fascinating how the public gets a collective panic attack over the idea of a retired boxer spending his way through a fortune. They treat his potential downfall like a national emergency, as if his spending habits are going to affect their ability to pay rent. If you want to be worried about wealth and its impact on the world, stop looking at the man in the ring and start looking at the man in the rocket ship. While people are obsessed with whether Floyd spent his last million on a diamond chain, they ignore the fact that Elon Musk holds roughly 2% of America's entire GDP in his hands. One man's mood swings on a social media platform can crash markets, shift global communication, and alter the geopolitical landscape of the entire planet. That is a concentration of power that actually affects your life. If Floyd Mayweather spends $100 million on a weekend in Vegas, the world keeps spinning exactly as it did before. It doesn't raise your taxes, it doesn't change the price of your bread, and it doesn't affect your future. The obsession with Floyd being broke is just a comfort for people who will never have what he has. It's a way for the average person to feel superior to a legend. See, they say he might be the greatest of all time, but he's irresponsible. Who cares whether the vaults are overflowing or the well has run dry? He did what 99.9% of the population is too terrified to do. He bet his life on himself, and he won every single time. He lived a life of absolute decadence because he survived a sport of absolute violence. If the money is gone, it went into the atmosphere of a life well lived and entirely earned. It didn't come out of your pocket. It didn't affect your mortgage. Floyd Mayweather owes the world nothing, not even a balance statement. Stop counting another man's paper and start wondering why you're so invested in a bank account you'll never touch.
Floyd Mayweather's gonna live his life like he wanna live it.